The Third Perspective. The Third Perspective Podcast. The Third Perspective.
All right. Who's in the weed?
Scenario.
Yeah, who's in the weed?
You right?
Yeah.
You right?
Yeah. You alright? Yeah. Hey.
Now who's in the way?
Hey. Come on. Let's go to Big Tree.
Who's in the way?
Hey. 35 go to Big Tree.
Big Trey don't play.
Hey. 35 go to Big Tree.
Who's in the way?
What?
35 go to Big
I said,
Tree.
hook me up.
Yeah.
If you get on with your pants down.
DC, baby. Woohoo! Southeast, Northeast. What it do? Lord Waldorf, Lando,
Go bust
Spring.
that joint.
Phil, what it
Grab
do?
that joint off the
DC,
fucking
baby.
stage. Go bust that joint. Take some keys and
Silver
bust
Spring.
that joint.
Blazeburg, what it do?
Pop this deuce Dillinger up there.
Nobody, DC, have to be reminded about what
You got a song, hook me up.
this is it right here. You know? They don't have to be reminded.
I joined it first. Hook me up.
Come on.
Hey,
Come
get up.
on.
I'm happy. God damn it.
Come on. Now hook me up. Is that what? Do that, do it. Come on, bub. Hook me up.
Shouts out to everybody download the podcast. Coast to coast worldwide. This underground shit. DC. Appreciate everybody download the podcast.
Here we go. It's with the house saying how
This
this
underground shit. DC. Go, go, baby.
This one out. This one out.
Google podcast. Wherever you get your podcast at. We appreciate it a whole lot. We download and streaming the podcast. Got the 15,500 downloads and streams. We appreciate it a whole lot. Instagram, what it do? Patreon, we on that thing too. What it do?
Come on, song.
You not from DC. New shit you get about. Make sure you grab your girl. Let them listen to it. Yeah, no. Woo! I refuse to believe it. Boom. I love this shit. I love these motherfuckers. We did it. That was done. You know what I'm saying? That. what I'm saying? Now, follow us on Twitter, Twitch.
Now who's in the way?
Big
trade on play.
early today. We early, baby. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Big trade on play. Take a back. Take a back.
damn, I love that shit. Really love it. It is I. You tuned in to the #1 podcast in the DMV. I am your host, your late night supervisor, dope dealer extraordinaire, DC's own, Rad, B.I.D. Jones. That's Rabbit for your internet food. To the right of me, as usual, my podcast partner, OnlyFans J. This is T3P. Now, at this point in time, I'm sure everybody's well aware that I love the black ladies. I'm lucky to be alive, happy, healthy, and free for me. Jay, don't forget about those Tubmans. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
And don't forget about them Jordans.
They're my coins in circulation too, bro. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
Don't forget about them Jordans.
Them Jordans.
I'm just saying.
Oh, shit. What it do? Talk to me. Talk to me. I don't care if you're from Austin, Texas. Holler at your boy. Minnesota. Holler at your boy. If you overseas, holler at your boy. What's going on, Jay? What it do?
We up here, we cooking with grease today.
The grease hot?
Yeah, the grease is hot.
Damn.
You know, just gotta put it in the deep fryer and suck your fingers. Put some hot sauce on that.
Yeah, now. What's going on with you today, man? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's been good, you know what I'm saying? That was my cousin movie. That's why I was late. Our last podcast, I was late. I was helping some shit out. A few people couldn't drive. Wasn't, you know, they drive, so, you know, I had to send people home and shit like that. But I did made it. If y'all was wondering why I was late last week,
You know?
the last podcast, that was what was going on. But, you know, but other than that, I had a productive week. Everything was cool.
That's what's up. I know you're ready for this football season, bro.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can't wait, bro.
The first game is when? This week, right? This week or next week? The first.
Nah, the preseason joint next week.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
So you basically you might well say is ready to go. It's football season ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Justin Fields for me. You know what I'm saying? That the Chicago Bears. Now, I've been liking the Bears since I was I think I was like 10, bro. It was the year before they won the Super Bowl. Because I was always in love with Walter Payton. Walter Payton and Tony Dorsett were my two motherfucking first football players. Dick Bucks was nice too, but I didn't quote him at the end. But Mike Singletary, Dick Bucks.
Yeah.
But Mike Singletary was my nigga with his eyes wide open and all that shit. That was my boy right there. I always wanted to be a middle linebacker because of him and shit. You know? He was so nice, you know? Like, people underrate some of these players that played at the time. Like Mike Singletary, cold beast, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm just ready for the football season. Like, motherfucker. You know? This is the first time in a long time just been geeking for the football season because I got a black quarterback, Negro!
I do too. We got black quarterbacks.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just ready to play ball now. I don't give a fuck how they go. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to watch.
I got me one too. You know what I'm saying?
I just gotta watch this
Something
shit.
wrong with you.
Just gotta watch this shit unfold, man.
That's all I wanted. Ever wanted. Now we had Cordell Stewart, that was 4 years. Somebody pass man type shit. You know what I'm saying? But we drafted a black quarterback, and I'm ready to rock and roll, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That these Chicago Bears. And everybody don't know the monster midway, it's me. You know what I'm saying? That
Cordell Stewart. I remember when he married to Portia.
Go ahead. Yeah, that was Portia bit. Portia and him. Everybody was saying he was gay and shit.
Oh,
when she first came on the show.
that's her just saying that.
Portia she was just dilly at the time, but she still was fat as a motherfucker.
Still did it.
That's true.
How you gonna? I mean, that's like you got you girls with you friends with girls and shit. You know, you been around each other, and then all of a sudden you with that motherfucker husband. Hey, what the hell?
I know that's some shit.
Man, I've been friends with you forever. But all of a sudden, you what the chick I used to talk to was leftover.
The leftovers.
I mean, each to his own. Each to his own.
You know, that's true.
Leftovers, man. All the fish in the sea had to go behind the leftovers.
Man, I don't know, man. Other than the rain, man, I'm good, man. I ain't got no complaints in life at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just feel good. My mother, motherfucking, just she gaining weight too. You know what I'm saying? Getting all thick and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, my son, my mother got a relationship, so I don't know, man. In life right now, just after what we've been through and shit, I just feel good right now, bro. Other than my daughter acting like she a knucklehead and shit. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Everything good. You know what I'm saying? I just feel good right now. But the funny thing about it, I don't know if you ever thought about what will happen when you die. You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I always think about that.
I ain't never thought about that shit.
I always think about that because I'm like, I wonder what happens. I wonder how people function without me.
I know what you're saying. I kind of got that feeling like when I got shot and shit, I thought I was dead. So when I woke up out of surgery, it was just like everybody was just doing normal shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was going to work, get on the subway, get on the bus. This life was just going without me. You know what I'm saying? I just looked at everything like, damn, everything was just been going. I've been dead. You know what I'm saying? It was just, so I understand what you're saying because that, you know what I'm saying? You just ever had that feeling before. You know what I'm saying? It's like
People so used to talking to you on the phone, you know, going out, doing a lot of shit, doing this, doing that, X, Y, Z. And then if you're not there, how do they function?
yeah,
You know what I'm
I actually seen that. Like when you come out of surgery or from life threatening, it don't have to be shot like me. Like people go through surgeries a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like life threatening surgeries, heart surgeries, and all types of shit. But when you go through that, it lets you see how people function when you wake up. You know what I'm saying? You wake up because you're not supposed to be in there. So you're looking at things how it's going. If you're not here, and everybody literally is doing things normally, whether you here or not. You know, it's the craziest fucking shit, bro. That's why I live every minute to the fullest. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But you ever thought about when you die? Do you want to be cremated? Put in, you know what I'm saying? You ever got a spot where you want to go? That type of shit.
Do I want to be cremated? I mean, I always said that I don't think I would want to be. I know I'll be in there. I ain't gonna hear nothing. I ain't gonna see nothing. But I really don't want people to just stop, you know, in their tracks just to see me in the coffin or whatever.
So you're saying overall you don't want nobody that none of your immediate family members or something to stop what they're doing? After
Yeah. Some people be like, you know, some people impact people's lives so bad to the point where some people just don't function. Some people do. Some
That's
people
true.
don't.
That's true.
And then when they do function, they ain't function correctly. You know what I'm saying? That's where some people have mental issues. Some people start thinking too hard about what direction they could go without you.
Yeah.
And they don't know where they're going until they get there. Until that point, start knocking on the door.
It's funny because my mother was talking about that shit every day. She was like, she had found out somebody she knew family was cremated. And she wasn't feeling it. She started going off. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers, y'all make sure y'all ain't burning me. She said these words, bro. Don't burn my ass. I know exactly where I want to go. Put me there, motherfucker. And I started thinking, like, I never even thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like I'm just there. I don't give a fuck what you do. You know what I'm saying? I just really don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. It dawned on me there's a lot of people that care if they get cremated or where they want to go. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's plotting where they plot set and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
There's people like I got a family member that's been going to the cemetery, paying up. They get the receipt. You know, and like I want to be buried right here by this tree.
That type of shit.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Like they want to say so and where they going. You know what I'm saying? It's like I literally don't care because I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be buried right here by this tree with a unicorn at. With a creek at.
You looking like, huh?
Like, huh? Damn.
Yeah, I feel for people that like if the kids cremate them and the whole time they didn't want that done. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, cremating is crazy. Like you will burn them up and shit.
And then we dump the ashes.
I don't know about that one. I know some people keep the ashes and stuff. I can't imagine me doing the ashes thing. That right there is starting to be borderline mental thing.
But see, I got a family member that got ashes, right? They put them in the urn, and the urn got cowboys on it. You know?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know? So if I was, that's how I think I want to go. I think I want to have an urn that has cowboys, or a coffee with cowboys on it. You know what I'm saying? With the big star right there on my head.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know, I'm a hardcore Cowboys fan. And I'm gonna die. I'm gonna live by it. I'm gonna die by it. How? The ship go down. I'm going down with the ship.
Oh.
Everybody would do that. If you a real fan, you go down with the ship. Like these little Commander skins, whatever the fans they got, they switching to Baltimore and shit. You ain't true fans. If you was a true fan, you go to the game. Gave you $5. You be there. Watch your team go down with the ship.
No bullshit.
Because you know they is. They going down with the ship. You know, I see Cleveland Browns. Years of irrelevancy. You know what I'm saying? Years of it. You see people still going to the game. Bags over their head. Like, I ain't trying to be seen on camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do the same thing. You gotta put bag over your head if you can't watch what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a diehard fan. That's my thing. You gotta be a diehard fan.
That you do.
You gotta live by the sword, die by the sword. If that season ain't for you, well, so is next season. You know, that's why you always talk about us on TV, because the fan base is like, fuck it. We get it next year, then we don't get it next year. You gotta go. You gotta live by the sword, die by the sword. He's a Chicago Bears fan. Through thick and thin. He ain't thinking about switching none of that shit. You die by the sword. Yeah, these fans, you ain't no true fan. You just like football.
But I do think, like, it's been a mental thing going on after this pandemic shit. Like,
everybody has been fucked up, though.
that's what I'm
Everybody.
saying. It's like,
Everybody is crime rate gone up. People stealing cars like
we was doing that.
but it's like an all-time high right now. Like every day is a carjack. And they had 3 of them yesterday.
Carjack?
Yeah, they had 3 carjacks back to back yesterday. And Friday. Like 4 of them Friday. 3 of them yesterday. I'm sure it's something today.
Yeah.
I know it's something today. But every day is a carjacking. Every day is a shooting. A robbery. Somebody going off. Fucking mass shootings between white people. That's normal.
He said it's normal.
Like every time somebody says some mass shooting, oh, okay.
They don't want to stop it anyway. So
You know, that's something to do every day anyway.
even Young Miami said she had mental issues and shit. She said she had a mental breakdown right now. That's crazy though. You know, Young Miami?
Yeah, she was Diddy, man.
Yeah.
How you with Diddy and you got mental issues?
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. How you with P Love.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. P Love. You got all that money. You got all the free C Rock you can get. But you over there, you got mental issues. I don't understand what's going on with that. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. You got her. You got him. Y'all going through it. Is y'all going through it, or you just going through it? This is crazy. Who's who? Like, what's going on here? Like, we can't figure out what is the problem here where you got an issue. I mean, maybe it's because you going on shows or whatnot. I don't know. But that's why I know she got a podcast.
Oh, yeah. She just started that joint, yeah.
It's like, how you go a podcast and you got, this one.
She just started that joint. Hell yeah.
She did.
That's what I be saying. People just doing podcasts to stay relevant now. They doing podcasts to stay relevant. They're not doing podcasts to just to be a podcaster. To be honest with you. I think I had this conversation with number one soul brother Tony. Check out this podcast too. You Got Soul podcast. You know what I'm saying, dog? But I'm talking to him about that shit. It's like these people, like her right here, right? Young Miami, right?
Mm.
Her point of doing a podcast because what else she doing? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Wendy Williams. She was like, all right, ain't no more show. I'm gonna do a podcast. And she literally said it like that.
But see, think about Wendy Williams, when they interviewed her a few weeks ago, she seemed like she was out of it.
Yeah.
Like she was still on the shit.
But the mental part of this thing is crucial.
It is.
I don't know if you can say it's the pandemic, but I don't know when famous people say that. I don't know. They always up to something. It ain't like they probably don't. Because she was just 2 weeks ago promoting a podcast, right?
Mm.
Now 2 weeks later, she got a mental breakdown.
And she was dead.
With all the money, all the bread in the world.
That's my point with Diddy. Is Diddy doing this or what's going on?
Man, that's the only reason anybody really know her like that. She fucking with Diddy and shit. And remember the podcast she had, I think her first podcast, he was on. You know what I'm saying?
And it's on both TV, so.
But yeah, but that get me back to, yeah, she posted on Twitter that she having a mental breakdown and just having issues. It's just crazy, bro. But to get back to the fact that most people that's failing in the industries of LA, New York, the industry in either acting or rapping or whatever the fuck, they fall back on podcasts. They just do podcasts just cause. Now, as they enter in, if you be on MSNBC all day or ESPN, if you enter into podcasts, you're already at the top of podcasts.
That's like basically like
your audience is huge.
That's like what's her name? Jada Pinkett with the red top.
Yeah,
that's a type of podcast.
Your shit is so huge. Let's say it's Shannon Sharp. He got one, matter of fact. You'll do shit on the side because you on TV. Everybody know you. You know what I'm saying? So you start a podcast, or automatically you're at the top of all the podcasts, just off your notoriety. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they get into that, and most of these platforms will pay you for being top of their motherfucking podcast, right? So you got people like, let's say Shannon Sharp. He be on TV all fucking day. Then he'll do a podcast to collect money off that from YouTube, Twitter, all types of shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's not what YouTube was for. YouTube was basically for average motherfuckers to pay videos. You already on TV, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't be getting, like, Wendy Williams, she can say, fuck it. You know what? Since I ain't got nothing else to do, I'm gonna do a podcast. Like, and then her name alone will put her at the top of the chart.
But you see, here's where it gets tricky at. She's under that conservative shit too, as well. So once she podcasts, she ain't gonna see that money anywhere because it's ordered for her to be under conservative shit. So
Yeah.
It's funny.
That's true, but
That's like saying Britney Spears. all the shit that she done went through. She wanted to do a podcast, but she ain't under conservatorship no more either.
But all these people
see this money.
It's just basing using their notoriety and fame to start podcasts. And a genre podcast is like the poor man's broadcast. You feel me? You already a broadcaster on a national platform. What are you podcasting for?
Yeah.
It's just the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, motherfucker. You gonna wake up and be on ESPN in the morning? Like, what the fuck? Say what you gotta say then. Like, the shit is dumb. They do this shit on the side because it's automatic money. Like, if you on YouTube as an average person like us.
And then some people, I know that some people is on TV in the morning. They do their podcast in the evening, but they do it because they want to be uncut. They want to be candid in what they saying. They want to be straightforward. I know Shannon Sharp. I know some shit that he say on TV, or Stephen A. Smith, or whoever that be on TV in the morning. And it's some uncut, all raw shit they want to say. They can't say it there because it's national line. Right. They have to say it behind closed doors.
It's crazy. Bow Wow had the nerve to show a YouTube plaque the other day. Like, nigga, really?
For what?
That's what I mean. You already a star. If you go on YouTube, automatically you're gonna do all like us. We want to get to certain levels so we can do shit on YouTube. So you need subscribers. They walk in doing that. You ain't got built to try to do all the special shit on YouTube
because they already got a fan
and get paid for it. Exactly. This shit's ridiculous.
They already got a fan base that goes straight in.
And you already broadcasting that's why it's watered down now.
But we can't take Kevin Sages for instance, because he planted the seed, watered the seed with the dirt, and it grew. It went one way and it went to another way and it grew. So I can't say somebody like him or what's her name? Because she was married though. On Cardi B and shit.
Oh, Tasha K.
Tasha K. And Sodomai.
They took Sodomai, whatever the fuck his name is.
Tommy.
He took him off the motherfucking YouTube. And Cardi B sued Shorty, so she having problems on her channel. So she want everybody to go some shit to pay for that. So YouTube kind of putting a clamp on some of this clown foolery too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime you get rid of Tom, he can't even make so many channels. He can't even make no more channels no more. Like, what the fuck? We literally been on air live, bro. You know we live, right? Mm-hmm. We be live going on 2.5 years now. At the end of this year, it'd be 3. Yeah.
What, November?
And like, what? We don't be doing all that wild shit, bro. You got this nigga, he's literally get banned, bro. Taken off the air. It shows what kind of person you are. You feel me? Like, we literally go on here, we on this joint uncut, raw, right? We don't script shit and none of that shit, right? So, and then people be scripting shit. It's like, we raw uncut for 2.5 years and none of that, like, no strikes, none of that wild ass shit, bro. Like, what the fuck? And we speaking our mind. We ain't holding nothing back. It just shows what type of person you are, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? If you're that type of person that you saying and doing shit that get your YouTube shit strike, use a piece of shit ass person. That's your fault.
That's just you.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
You know what you can do about that. When you do your cutting and shit, take some of that shit out. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? I don't know. I don't know. It just dawned on me. It's great. You ever seen Young Mother? Young Miami Mother?
Mm-mm.
Jiminy. Her mother.
That's her mother?
Made me rethink fucking old bitch. You know what I'm saying? I would knock the dust off that pussy. Like, what the fuck? That's one of those situations where you look at the mom like, okay, you going to the store? All right, go ahead. I'm staying with your mom. Hey, I'll wrap mom real quick. Go ahead and give me a Sprite. All right, hurry up. Go ahead. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to mom for 2 hot seconds. I know mom want that thing massaged. You
Like no bullshit.
know what I'm saying? That joint, that mom's, woo. Young Miami mom, jeez, Christmas, jeez. You know what I'm saying? Damn. This is the podcast. If you
I
just
know she ain't got no into
oh. That's funny as shit. Yeah. Jesus, you bad boy.
I gotta look this up, my damn self. I look, huh?
The first picture you see, you can be like, God damn it! She is good. God Almighty. Yeah, you tell Shorty, go to the store. Hey, let me give you a $100 so you can stay a little longer. And go down and look for these special peanuts too. I don't know if they shipped them in from Hawaii yet, but stay around to shipping. They should be coming today. You know what I'm saying? If you're new here, this is the podcast for the 9 to 5ers, Average Joe. We get and takes on all trending topics. And we call that now. That's great. And when you think about that shit, all that shit crazy. But I don't know if you've seen little Durk, bro. He was on stage and the motherfucking pyro hit him in the face, bro.
I seen that. That was fucked up.
Hell yeah.
I've seen some incidents like that. Watching, I remember I was watching wrestling back in the day, and they did that to Jeff Hardy. Came out,
That's funny.
the Power Road hit him in the face. I thought it was an act. They said that shit was for real.
That's
He
funny.
burnt the shit. He burnt the shit out of his face.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he was walking on the motherfucking stage and the motherfucking blew right in his face, bro.
Shit could have took his eye out.
I don't know. I don't think he might. I'm not gonna say that, but
It looked like it took. It almost took it. Closer to getting his eye out.
it's
I know.
tough for me to say.
I know once that shit hit your face and the hairs and your
Oh,
eyebrows
God.
and your eyelashes go.
You can still see, you lucky as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit burns your eyebrows, eyelash. You gotta run that shit back before you step out in public.
Hell yeah.
I feel,
Man, that thing blew right in his. Yeah, that thing blew in his face.
if I was him,
All right, there's two things about this, right? See,
soon as
first-
he walked up to the joint, it blew up. So like, who's controlling this shit?
first thing is whoever got on the stage before they got up there should have told them they can't walk in certain areas of this. You feel me?
Yeah.
So they should have known not to get that close to that. He was too close. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who can you blame for that. Like he's standing over top of the pyro hole.
And when it hits you, that's thousands of degrees hitting your face.
It don't look like it hurting him that bad because he just, you know what I'm saying, he reacting real. But if it was fucked up, he would run off the stage or something. You know, he'd be like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? But he just, you know what I'm saying, he's just trying to clear his vision. So it tells me it's not that serious.
Yeah, but it could have been worse.
Hell yeah.
He just walked right into it, and then
Hell
somebody,
yeah.
somebody pushed the button because the shit is not mad. It's not all bad.
Oh. Right.
And you can hear the crowd just stop.
That one came a little close. That didn't look like it shot straight up. It looked like it shot.
What was it supposed to do though?
He
He just wasn't supposed to do that.
That's fucking nuts.
Damn, we walked right into that door.
Oh.
Damn, why he was talking too, yeah?
Oh.
I want you to look at everybody on stage, but nobody does anything. Look.
Oh. Oh.
The only person that did something was the one that
Right, bro.
Jack.
That one came a little close. That didn't look like
Like,
it shot straight up.
this
It looked
nigga
like it
Five
shot.
just went in this nigga face and nobody's reacting to that shit. You know what I'm
Somebody said something too. They said it shot straight up.
saying? Yeah, what you mean? Where it supposed to go?
Like who's saying that?
And plus, where it supposed to go other than straight up? I don't know where it goes. The problem is whoever's coordinating the stage didn't tell people or have a tape around the joint. You feel me? Where this is far as you can go because once the pyro hit, you can't be this fucking close.
Or
He walked completely up on the pyro.
Or the person that's controlling the pyro fucked up.
Unless it's a control and you can see him walking up there. That'd be stupid to push the button.
Yeah, you push the button, he just happens to be walking right there. Why the fuck you doing that?
Yeah, why would you push the button? You see him standing over top of it. Yeah, so that now
it is almost sound like you set it up.
now if it's a control, I look at that different because if you control it, you can see he's standing over top of it. You should hold up for a minute. You feel me? But at the same time, it should have been a box around there with tape or something saying this far as you can go. You can't just walk over top of the pyro. Like what the fuck?
Because you gotta think, your hair is flammable.
You best believe it.
Your hair is flammable, and then once that fire hits your hair can burn your ass. Period. By itself. Just light a piece of hair on fire and see that shit burn, and that shit it fucking hurts.
So he sent a motherfucker Instagram going out showing his face like that with the bands and shit. He about to take time off and take care of his health, whatever that means. And he also said that he finished the show. So I guess we're gonna hear later what actually was wrong with him.
And see what happens after the bandage comes up.
So I'm thinking,
see what it looked like when the bandage comes up. But
that's a lot of heat hitting his face though.
It is a lot of heat, and that shit and that's thousands of degrees shooting up in the air. And pyro, because once it's shooting up in the air, you have to actually still be careful because ash come down, and ash could be on fire too. So who knows?
That's
you got
true.
something.
But that shit went directly in his face, so he got the most heat from that bitch you could possibly get.
You just happen to walk over there and somebody push the button on it, boom, boom.
Now we can look into it and find out does it go by somebody manually pushing the button or it's timer where it does it. You know what I'm saying? Or once 5 minutes or something. Either way is what I'm saying is the stage manager should have had tape around the pyro that lets them know just as far as you can go. You can't just walk up on the pyro hole. You feel me? So that was dropped right there, whoever the stage manager, as far as I'm concerned. Because you can't expect the artist to be concentrating on stuff like that. You feel me? He's just walking around, talking, rapping. You can't expect him to be knowing where he at. Unless you got a sign saying, nigga, you ain't going this far. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's something different. He had to stop and go around that. So that was there. He would have went around it and would have went off, but it would have never touched him. Because he went around the box. Wherever the box would have been around him. You feel me? Yeah. Now, if he went inside the box and then got hit with that pyro, that's your fault. You should have been paying attention, nigga. We told you at the beginning, don't go inside this box. See how different that is? Mm-hmm. But
and you can't sue us because you went inside the box. It's already taped off.
Told you don't go in there, nigga. Now, that'd be crazy if an artist sue a motherfucking joint. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That's the pyrotechnic.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you right now, it been so many people that done so much more. Prince, way more power, whatever the fuck that was right there. That's nonsense. Jackson. Michael Jackson, way more than that right there. Like
Michael Jackson had his hair on fire.
Yeah, that shit right there was minor to their type of their stage shit. Had power all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm thinking somebody had to tell him you can't go there. You had to.
And I think Pepsi gave Michael a settlement off that shit too. he was down and out for a minute. And he had a mental breakdown.
Yeah, that's true. But our condolences go out to little Durk, man. Make sure you get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you want to get your health together. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy.
That Pepsi commercial. I know you remember that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely remember that motherfucker. Now, we all used to watch Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
And remember, it was only one black lady on that joint. It was only one.
One black lady.
She stood over there. She didn't say much, though.
This was the Star Trek back in the 70s.
I mean, the original.
The original, yeah.
Now, she was 88 when she passed away.
Shit. Damn. So was Bill Russell.
Ain't that something?
88.
Now, on Star Trek, everybody remember her, but you literally can't remember no lines or nothing she said. You know what I'm saying? Or can you? Exactly.
I don't know, cause you remember it was different Star Trek. Yeah, the Star Trek where it was with William Shatner. I'm not sure. Was he?
That's the same one. That's the same one she was on.
Okay, yeah, he was the original one.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's his name? Ballhead, man.
You said the ball head, man. Who?
um,
Ball coach? Who? Ball head.
I forgot his name. He was on. I think he was on Next Generation.
Wait a minute. Ball head. You're not talking about I don't remember none of them Star Trek with no ball head though.
He was on X-Men.
Oh, X-Men, the professor.
Yeah. He was James T. Kirk.
I know he's talking about the professor who had the ball head, yeah. He never said a whole lot. He was always like, sir, something. He'd let him know, you know what I'm saying? There's something fucked up here. I know you're talking about, yeah. But this is Nichelle Nicole. Nicholas. Now, let me say her name right. Make sure I'm saying this right. Nichelle Nicole. She died at the age of 89. Her name was Ura on Star Trek. I used to watch Star Trek though. My grandfather used to watch that shit. And I used to have to sleep with my grandfather. Obviously, when I was little, you didn't know why you had to sleep in there. But when you get older, you know that everybody's smoking weed and drinking downstairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I used to be in that joint. He used to watch MASH and Star Trek. They used to come on back to back. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got hooked on Star Trek and shit. And I always be drawn to her because she was like the only black face on that motherfucker. But she didn't do a whole lot, but they respected her on that joint. You know what I'm saying? Even though she didn't do a whole lot on that joint.
Yeah, she did. You know, I didn't really come up at that Star Trek. I came up at the Next Generation.
For real?
Yeah, the first Star Trek was in the 60s, 60s, 70s. And beginning of the 80s, like 80, 82, something like that, 83. But I was more on the Next Generation one. I have seen the one.
I don't really remember that one. I didn't watch that one.
Patrick Stewart.
The New Generation one. I ain't watched that
one. Patrick Stewart was his name.
Patrick Stewart. The boy one?
Yeah. It was him.
Okay, yeah. It was a Chinese one too. He's still alive, dude. I think he always in politics though.
And then you had LeVar Burton. He had the little special glasses. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
LeVar Burton with the glasses. Yeah. You had him on there.
Because remember, the captain used to just sit there. Everybody else really had certain things they can do. They were specialists and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was just captaining the ship and shit. I think she was doing controls on something over there. She was doing controls in the corner somewhere. I know she was doing something over there. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with the controllers and shit. Wolf.
But those go out there too. Now those also go out to the flood in where was that at? It wasn't Kentucky.
Was it Tennessee?
Where multiple people lost their lives with the flood, and I don't know. It's some of these states, man. It's real flood heavy. The Arkansas do go out to everybody lost their life and can't find their family members and shit. It's Kentucky, yeah. So we don't like McConnell, bitch ass. We do give shouts out to y'all. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's crazy. Flood, like 20, 30 people died and shit.
They said the numbers going to expect to go up.
It's crazy. Well, I always tell people, live your life, bro. Don't change. The next day is you don't even know that even happened.
Like walk outside, like wake up, walk outside, see a big ass ball of fire coming in. Who knows?
You just don't know what the fuck happened tomorrow. Don't even try to think about that shit, bro. I don't know if you heard of that Chris Rock and what's his name had a concert the other day. And then Kevin Hart did.
Yeah, the GOAT.
Yeah, that joint.
Named the GOAT Will Smith.
Ain't that some shit? That's funny as shit, though. Shout out to Bill Russell, dude. He's 88.
He died today, 88. 11 championships.
11 championships.
Now, the thing is, here we go with the GOAT debate, right? Jordan, people ask Jordan all the time, we think you the GOAT, you the best of all time. We say, I appreciate that. But I'm not the GOAT. Bill Russell is the GOAT. Because he got 11 championships. So a lot of people forget, you know, who Bill Russell was. But we played off as, you know, it's different eras.
First of all, Bill Russell, first of all, everybody knows not better than Jordan.
You know.
So it depends on what are you saying about GOAT. If you take out the fact that the best player who ever played in the game is not what you're talking about, then okay, then I can listen. But if you're saying the GOAT is the best player who ever played ever in NBA history, then it's no debating who that is, bro.
That's Jordan.
Yeah, so that's just dumb. So if you tell me Jordan was the best player who ever touched a basketball in the NBA, right? So if you're saying the GOAT is something different, if it's something different from that, have that conversation. But don't mix that up with, it's just obvious whoever played basketball in the NBA would tell you, and whoever watched NBA all these years would tell you. Michael Air Jordan is the best person ever to touch the basketball and lace up some sneakers in the NBA. Period. Before him, everybody before him told you that. Everybody after that told you that. Now, we got a debate now with the GOAT and LeBron and him. It's like, what do you mean by GOAT then? What's your definition of GOAT then? Because we know LeBron's not better than Jordan. Period. So what's GOAT? If you want to say, I made it to 11 championships, that make you a GOAT? Okay.
I know.
You didn't win all of them.
That's what Jordan is saying. Jordan say
what makes you GOAT then?
If anybody asks Jordan who's the GOAT, he ain't gonna say it himself.
He always been like that.
He always gonna say Bill Russell.
Because Bill Russell got 11 chips. That's his thought process.
That's what that is.
But like I said,
Jordan skill wise,
overall, way better than Russell.
Yeah, overall at points, averages,
just get the ball in your hands. It's better than these people.
Yeah,
means that's not what GOAT mean then. If that's what you're saying, you feel me?
And if you give
I could debate with you if you're not saying he the best person who played basketball ever. Like when people say LeBron is the GOAT, right? Whoever that is, the minority of people. If you saying LeBron's the best player who ever played, you make yourself look stupid. Bro. Like history will make you look dumb. Period. Kids today trying to strive to be the best players in NBA history ever, in high school, college, and shit like that, looking at film.
So what about?
It's just like, bro, you ain't making no fun.
So what about a few weeks ago? Just a few weeks ago, Ja Morant said he'll burn Jordan ass on the court.
You just joking, man. Y'all go back and watch Jordan. See, this is the only reason I have fucks with Jordan over any player, period. Because not only because you're not stopping from scoring, he was one, if not the best shooting guard defensively who ever played the NBA. Period. You really can't find a shooting guard better than him. So if you name a shooting guard, he's gonna be second. So that alone, and he was best scorer in NBA history. Period. That's hands down, right? Then you put the defensive part in there, it's just like hands down, he's the best player. What you think?
Overall player.
Yeah.
Scoring wise, the GOAT of that is of course Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But if we say that next year, LeBron's obviously gonna pass that next year. He only got like 1,500 points to go for that.
See, stuff like that, I don't even count that shit.
But
LeBron's going on 17 seasons. Jordan only played 12.
And he was like what, third or fourth?
I think.
Best.
Yeah, so
Karl Malone was 2.
once you start playing this many years, it's like you play more than everybody. So you're gonna be at the top of the list in a lot of stats. There's nobody playing that long. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
But you still your championship still ain't gonna be there. No. He only got 4. He's below Kobe.
And one of those joints is a fucking bubble joint, bro. Don't nobody respect that.
Yeah, that shit.
Nobody. I don't give a fuck who you are. You don't respect no bubble chip. We don't even know how that happened. We don't know if they just handed it. We don't even remember that shit.
That was like only 30 games?
Don't nobody even remember that happened and shit.
That's about 30 games.
Ain't even that. They stopped the middle of that season, went 3-4 months, and then brought it back up. Get the fuck. Then half the league didn't even participate in that. Like, nobody want to hear nothing about that right there. That's an asterisk for real. You know what I'm saying?
That was,
You can't get past that.
I don't even think I want to count that either because you just everybody had a break.
Man. Like, really?
Everybody had a break. Then they had to play it towards.
They played all the games in one spot, close to LA. Like, that was the lamest shit. I don't even think nobody even watched that shit, bro. But that's 4 chips, though. You can't really take it from them. You can point out the fact that was some garbage. The 4th one was some garbage. Everybody know it. But that's why when people say how many chips you got, they say 3. Because nobody even count that shit. It's like nobody count that, bro. But Shannon Sharp.
I'll tell you who. I'll tell you. I'll tell you who championship does count. Giannis really counts because they only took a month off, and guess what? We're right back into it and won that championship.
I think Giannis, Curry, those are players you can say
they
are top-notch players in their era. We talking about a LeBron era that's fabricated and fluffed around all these players, Durant, Curry, that's winning MVPs, winning championships on his watch. Like, come on, bro. And he never developed a culture on a team before where we went from this status and we grown, now we winning championships. He never done that before. He always dropped in somewhere and won a championship and then left, dropped in somewhere else, and then left. It was never a culture of winning, ever with him, yeah?
But then you guys said the same thing with Durant. He's going around. He got 3 chips. Curry got 4.
Curry been on the same team doing that.
Yeah, but dropping, you get extra players to get it.
He stayed on the same team.
Football.
And won 4 chips. And you can't deny any one of those chips was some garbage chips. They earned all those chips.
One of them was.
Which one? They won 72 games in one season?
One of them, they lost that. They lost that championship. One of them was iffy to me because Durant just joined the team that was already good. That didn't count. And for that,
that's not the same as the season literally interrupted and stuff like that. That's you saying it's too much talent. That's different.
It's just too much time. Yes, you're on a well-oiled machine team. Everybody is in their prime, shooting fucking threes out the fucking park, and you gonna add the Durant in?
No, I feel
that
like
didn't really count to me.
Matter
Matter of fact, when Durant came to Golden State, I ain't watched not one game, not even fucking playoffs. I was like, Golden State gonna go win the shit. Then they came in and won it. But then when Durant got hurt, when Klay Thompson got hurt, I started watching it because I was like, okay, that's one man down. Then Durant went down. I was like, okay, now I'm watching because it was too many fucking players on the team. It was too many fucking players on the team that's shooting threes out the fucking park. I don't want to sit there and watch people shoot threes out the park all day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know the object of the game is put the motherfucking ball in the hoop, but I'm not going to sit there
I don't know, man.
and watch that shit.
I just don't think these players today is not as good as the players before, bro. Like, I could pick anybody.
They don't go hard to me. To me, the players today don't go hard enough for me than they did back in the day.
I could pick anybody. They would be in the top 5 players today. Clyde Drexler. He'd be fighting for the number 1 player in the league right now. Dominique Wilkins. He'll be the number 1 best player in the league, bro. If it's no him and no Jordan, there's nobody even in the league doing what he was doing. He'll be a murderer. Say, that's what I mean. It's like, bro, if you watch these players, just because they win on championship doesn't mean shit. Like, if you put Barkley in the 20s right now in the league today, this nigga average about 35, 40 points, bro. He would dog these niggas, bro. Clyde Drexler would dog. Sean Kemp would dog him. It's like nobody, like, right now, LeBron and Durant supposed to be the best players.
You see, right?
Clyde Drexler way better than
you. Right about that, but it's only one problem about that. If they was a player in today's league, they would be fouled out before they even sneeze 3 times.
That's true.
Because the players and the referees and shit today, they call fucking, you can blow your breath in somebody's face. It's a foul. Fart out on the court. It's a foul.
That's true.
So it's like,
but still, the talent itself.
That's why I always say I miss the old NBA. I miss the old NFL.
So you tell me Tracy McGrady wouldn't be the best player in the league right now?
Yes, he would.
Now you see what I'm saying? Like, you pick anybody out.
If he ain't had them injuries, if he was in the
you could pick anybody out. They would literally be the best player today. Literally, you know? It's like, you could think of anybody back then, yeah? He would be the best player today.
Jason Kidd.
It's sad, bro. He'd be the best guard in the league.
Karl Malone, Mailman, John Stockton.
Oh, Mailman would be dogging him right now, bro.
Let me name some more. Steve Nash. Dirk Nowitzki. It's a lot of names out there, baby. Tim Duncan. The Admiral, David Robinson. Come on now. Don't tell me them players right there. They will rob these motherfuckers. Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen. They'd be the better players in the league. I can't fuck with this shit now. Certain players, maybe, like they give you a show. That's all they could give you is a show. But as far as having the heart to go out there and do what you do, hell no. The only team that's close that did that this year was Boston. Boston was the only team that was close, being how you supposed to play, how you used to play back in the day. And they shut fucking Durant down. Like, he was quiet the whole fucking. They swept their ass. They brought out the brooms on their ass.
Hell yeah.
And these Kyrie in there, you know, he got the thing with the shot. He missing games and shit. You gotta show up to work.
Like I just said, I can just name anybody off the top of my head. Sean Kemp, if he was playing today, he would be the best player in this league. Easy. He'd be the one everybody wants to see.
Grandmama.
He would be the one everybody want to see. It's like, even if Durant is so good, you don't want to pay to see him. It's like, he's not must-see TV. Nobody in the league is must-see TV, bro. Nobody know that yet?
That's why I said what I said when he went to still Golden State Warriors. They lost a view from me when he did that. They lost a viewer. Matter of fact, they lost a couple of viewers because a couple of us stopped watching the game that whole year. It was like, Golden State gonna win. After they won their first championship and Durant went in there for the second and third, he was like, man, fuck it, they won. I ain't gonna watch it. Guess what? They went all the way to the end and won. Except for that third joint when they went to the joint and they both got hurt. I was like, okay, now I can watch this shit. What the fuck?
That's wild.
I
remember I used to use powder and shit back in the day when I was little. My mom used to put powder all over me and shit. That mother ain't do that.
Used to go to school with powder on your chest.
That
shit.
powder here was doing too much with the powder shit.
I was like, why I got powder? I mean, that shit dried your ass up when you sweat. After you start sweating, that shit start balling up and shit. You have to dust that shit down.
Not good. At all like that. If you new here, this is a podcast for the 9 to 5 with the average Joes. We get to take on all trending topics, and we call that
the third perspective.
Yeah. I don't know if you know about first about the pastor. You already know about the pastor. They got robbed and shit. Live stream.
Stop calling him Pastor Dollar.
First of all, this nigga, he's one of them pastors that try to floss like he a dope dealer or something. You know what I'm saying? And floss chains and all that bullshit and cars. Like, nigga, first of all, you're a pastor. Why you supposed to have that? You're not even supposed to have none of that.
Yeah.
All your shit is donations for the church, not you, jackass.
And then when they do, what my understanding of church, they do love offerings. That's for the pastor. And then they do the building fund, which they, whatever. And all of this is tax free. So you got enough members in the church to build your money up,
Yeah.
Some people put 20s, 50s, whatever.
Exactly, yeah. Some people do a percentage of their pay.
Supposedly 10%. Supposedly, quote unquote. But, I ain't got 10% to give you, so.
Yeah. So we all seen motherfucker.
I gave you 2%.
The Brooklyn preacher who, in the middle of his motherfucking sermon, that gunman came in there and robbed the church, which is odd as fuck. Which means he did something. We all know he did something dumb.
Yeah, he did something.
It's turning out that people are thinking that he stole money, $90,000 from his congregation. So if you send $90,000 from your congregation, hey, one of those congregations will send some people after you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so he had a press conference, which is some garbage, but I'm gonna play it anyway.
Holla, as the 3 gunmen came to the pulpit and put a gun to my head, and one of the gunmen went to my wife, who was right on my side, holding my 8-month-old baby. And they put the gun in my 8-month-old baby's face.
Huh?
As they took all of the jewelry from my wife, I was still held at gunpoint. And the man that robbed me took my Episcopal ring, my wedding ring, my watch, my bishop's chain and cross, because we were celebrating communion. And then he started to tap my back and said, "What else do you have?" Started to tap my back, and he felt my other chains underneath my robe. And he began to rip my sacred collar off my neck. The collar of the yoke. When I was consecrated, they had to put the collar as I became a bishop. And he ripped it maliciously. And as you can see in the video, he continued to jerk it and pull my chains, but it wouldn't come off. So he told me, take it off, with the gun to my head. And as I looked at my congregation and they were all rolled over on the floor, I was a helpless shepherd. They trusted me, and I couldn't protect them in this moment. And as I took off my jewelry and gave it to them, 2 of them ran, 1 came back and started tapping my pockets. And then he ran off. And as soon as he turned his back and got to the door, I ran behind them. Because I wanted to be in front of my church. If they came back, they would hit me first. I wanted to protect my church. And I began to go downstairs, and as I seen them through the window, I seen them funneling across the street, wandering. And I jumped in my car, and I began to chase them, but I couldn't find them. And I drove up and down Avenue D. So I'm here today, not to continue with this story because you heard it, but I'm here today because houses of worship need to be protected. We need to be protected. I want to go through just a few notes of mine because the media, for some reason, you portray black men as criminals. My church can't get no sympathy, nor empathy. If you recall, 2 months ago, I turned in a young man that was wanted for murdering another young man on the Q train.
That did it right there.
The family called me, and I told them that he must turn himself in. And they agreed, and they trusted me. And when we got to the end of the surrender, the media portrayed me as the bling bling bishop. They portrayed my car. They talked about my Fendi jacket. They talked about me. And
What?
they did not even want to talk anymore about what the bishop has done. This was a man that was wanted for murder. This was a man that was alleged to commit a crime against a New Yorker. One of, if not the greatest city in the world. And after that, my life changed. Because all the media started to plaster me not as a bishop, but as a black man that was convicted, that has a felony. And nobody else wanted to talk about what Bishop Whitehead has done. So nobody wanted to talk about that. The young man turned himself in and surrendered. Everybody wanted to talk about the bling bling bishop.
Right. Bling bling bishop.
I'm looking at that poster on the wall with the X on the eyes and the lips. You see that?
Exactly. That's all.
I was like, what the fuck?
But the bling bling bishop,
The bling bling bishop.
like he wants you to call him for real.
Oh,
He,
cash money bishop.
I'm starting to feel like he just looking for. He just like this attention for real.
He said he told the guy to turn himself in.
I did it.
That's right, but did it. And he called goons to the church.
Exactly. Plus, he stole $90,000. You can add that in too.
Yeah, you got that guy that's just sitting there.
Motherfucker, like, I ain't got nothing to do with this shit, bro. Leave me be. I'm gonna sit in this corner.
They didn't even pay attention to him.
Nigga, if you sitting there still like that, ain't nobody think about you. What you gonna shoot him for? That nigga sitting there quiet as fuck. Ain't moving or nothing. I ain't shooting you. I got shit to do. I'm trying to get his chain off.
Oh no, this might.
He should have went over there and jumped on one of these niggas. Like right there.
Hell no, he like.
Could have jumped up and kicked that nigga right in his neck.
He like hell no.
That nigga laid on his stomach though the whole time.
He's like, with the Bible in his hand. Please don't come over here.
I'm not here. Nobody can see me. Can't nobody see me. I'm right here though. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga.
I don't know. That whole thing shit was.
He probably got something to do with that shit.
Yeah, who knows?
Plus, the bishop is full of shit anyway.
There's a lot going on.
Exactly.
With that. The whole thing is funny.
Especially with the bishop. He throw you all the way off.
The bling bling with
He's serious about that shit, too.
you. Mr. T. Bishop. Mr. T. Bishop. All of that jewelry and shit. What are you doing? What you got all of that for anyway? All these chains, you got all these extra chains. You come to church looking like Cash Money Records. And you one of the fucking hot boys. He up in there and he doing that. Like, you doing too much. Way too much.
Ain't nobody on this planet gonna agree with the fuck you doing. You got that money from somewhere, you shicey as fuck, you won't be a rapper / preacher. That's your fucking problem. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see, shiesty.
You won't be a rapper / motherfucking preacher. You know, rappers they should flaunt the rap, the chain. What the fuck would a pastor need chains for?
Then he gets on that. Then they interviewed him about it. He gets on there and called the girl Blair. He calls the dude faggot.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. What are you doing?
He not with the game at all.
Like, what are you doing?
Now, as we know,
And they ain't going on back.
Bun B, right? I know everybody remember Bun B and shit.
Yes, Bun B with Pimp C, the Underground King.
Bun B. But he just won a war for his fucking burgers, bruh.
That motherfucker. But see, you gotta think of it. Texas, they some grilling motherfuckers.
True.
I ain't gonna lie. If you want a grill, if you want something that, some nice, some burns on it. I'm talking about some burns. Some real grilling shit. You go to Texas, Oklahoma. They got some grills. They got some shit for you.
Now,
straight off the motherfucking grill.
He won a few contests now. Everybody's saying he got the best burgers in the world almost. Now, Trill Burgers is what they call it. Trill Burgers. Trill Burgers. Named Good Morning America's best burger spot. So he got not only make the burgers, he have a chain that's called Trill Burgers. Now, Friday he had a competition in the morning in Times Square, and the contest he won the joint head-to-head matchup between two of the city's favorite burger joints and shit. He won that joint. So, hey, what you think, bro?
I heard his restaurant was like that.
Bun B.
I heard his restaurant was like that. He got some shit. He got some good shit in. Well, I heard he got some good shit. You know what I'm saying? Houston. That's where they from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas, Oklahoma, those little states right there.
I mean, them niggas was real like shit.
Them
From Texas.
Them motherfuckers real. They dry rub that shit, marinated, all that shit.
You best believe it.
Make some special sauce for it, all that.
Hell yeah.
I just seen some joints on TV.
Special rub and shit.
Yeah, I just seen some joints on TV where they be doing some, like, they have a mass grilling joint. Like these people make grills. Like they'll make their own grills out of barrels at like special made grills, and they be grilling like shit. I seen this shit on TV where they had a joint where they had a mass like gathering or something, and they had a long ass grill that's probably about 20 feet long.
Yeah.
All the way down the joint. And then they have these big ass racks, and they marinate the chicken, they marinate the pork, whatever, the pork chops, grilled pork chops and shit like that.
Yeah, now.
Rub them jumps down with some of that shit, marinate them. And then they put them on the grill. They took like 2 people, like 4 people to flip the jump.
That's crazy.
Because they got thousands of pounds of meat that's on the grill in the home.
That's crazy.
So you got a guy right here on the left or the right, and you got a guy right here on the other side. They flip them joints over. Boom, boom, boom. And these little racks. And remember I said they made these grills.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's what they do. They ain't hunting, they grilling.
Basically. They hunt two grills.
Yeah, they hunt the grill sometimes. Shit. They ask me. But I heard his restaurant was good though.
Yeah. It's at the point now where all these motherfucking restaurants are good. Like, but I don't know. Everybody liked it. Like Faith Flav got one, and what's the motherfucker with the baddest bitch?
Trick Daddy. I know
Trick Daddy got one too, yeah. But he don't specialize in burgers and that. Like
he specializes in soul food.
I was trying to tell, like my daughter wanted to do print shirts and shit like that, right? Started coming like that, right? And I kept telling her that you have to do one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do these shirts and stuff, do socks. Do your designs on socks. Be known for socks. You know what I'm saying? She didn't understand what I'm saying, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have something that you're known for the rest of the business to work. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works and shit. But Bun B has burgers. That's his main thing, burgers. When you get there, you're gonna have a lot of shit on the menu.
That's like Ben's Chili Bowl.
Exactly.
They specialize hot dogs and half.
And when you get there, it's other shit to happen there. You know, you probably don't even get that half smoking the chili bowl. Exactly.
And then once they did that, they started a chain. Then they did the chain. Exactly. After they did the chain, Ben's Next Door.
Exactly.
That's Ben's Next Door is a restaurant where like Saturday and Sunday they have mimosas, bottomless mimosas on brunch. Food is good. Food dead good. What my man said, he came in there, first time he went up there, he thought he was gonna get a hot dog. He was like, nah, you gotta go next door for that.
For the hot dog shit.
He said, that's for the hot dog. Right here, this is for, this is right here is for gourmet meals.
Yeah,
you
now?
gotta go next door for that.
That's crazy.
But the same people that made Ben's Chili Bowls, they started U Street, then they got a chain on H Street at the airport, Dulles, at Ronald Reagan, and one in Virginia. I'm not sure if they started going all over the place, a few other places. But those are the ones I know of offhand. And, after the Ben's Chili Bowls, they have, what was the other job? The Biz Next Door. You start one thing, then you expand.
Yeah. Exactly. You got to focus on one thing. I'm like, if she would have done the socks and stayed with socks and fancy up some socks and shit, that would draw attention to your business. Then all the other shit come into play. You know what I'm saying?
And then that's when you rebrand your shit.
Exactly. So that's how business works. You know what I'm saying? From the Third Perspective podcast, Rabbit Jones and OnlyFans Jay give you pointers there. Right. Now, it's something we do every week, right? And then last few weeks been kind of surprising to us, bro. We trying new rappers and shit, and they actually exceeded our expectations. You know what I'm saying? We did Marlo. The one that had to change the name. Malalo, yeah.
Well, Lotto, man.
Yeah, exactly. Now we gave her, I think, 4s or some shit, man. She was nice. There was the girl after her was a new rapper. Can't remember her name right now. But check out the podcast, last podcast we did her and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we do it. We go back and listen to people rhymes and interviews and just get a feel for who they were, give our critiques and shit, and see where they at today's date and did they succeed? You know what I'm saying? You feel me, Jay?
Yeah.
Those good old days when rap.
And now this week, I got my focus on Bun B. Since we talk about Bun B. You know what I'm saying? That. You ever heard them freestyle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically what they was doing on their albums. My favorite song on UGK, of course, is International Players Anthem, of course. But the other song was called Murder.
I think I know what you're talking about.
They both, him and Bumby, ripped that joint like shit.
Bumby was nice, man. I never heard him freestyle though. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, that's basically what they do on their album is they write their shit kind of freestyle right there. But off the top of the head, this something else.
This was rap. Is this it? Hold on. It's gonna be Bun B. Oh, this it though.
Yeah, this is it. The first one wasn't it.
All right, is it?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, what the hell was that?
See.
Exactly.
That's when they had did they individual albums after a while.
Is alive and well. Texas stand up. Underground Kings in the building. Him and Bun. What are we gonna do right here?
Gonna get in here and represent for this Texas, you know what I'm saying? We started in PA and went east down 10. Beaumont to Orange Lake, Charles, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, down to New Orleans. And you can bet Mobile, keep it trio, working wood wheel. Jacktown, Birmingham, tell me how you feel. See your boy Bum B, the king of the trio. Say you got ice, man, I'm blinging for real. Say you got flex, well, I'm bringing the steel. Long way to the top, to the king of the hill. The prince, I'm pushing everything if you will. So you can call me the pope of the port town. Standing tall on paper, taking no shorts. Clown, big dick, Cheney, Tony Snow's behind me. Come down to Short Texas if you want to find me. Tell me I'm the best, no need to remind me. I wake up in the morning and out excellence. UGK, can't get next to this. I'm so sick, better give me an exorcist. Yes, this is the best of the best out. So just keep the good and drain the rest out. And come back quick like a good dog. So I can bring home the bacon just like a good hog. Do what you feel, do what you like. But if the pimp ain't next, cut off the mic, man.
You cut off the mic, I don't freestyle no more. I'm pace style like Too Short. UGK Records, buy you something.
You already know what it is, man.
That was cool. She would cut his hair.
I'm about to say, that's some funny shit.
Please become bald head.
You know? Now, everybody listen right now. That's Bun B that we trying to critique right now. 1 through 5 mics. Bernard James Freeman. March 19, 1973. He's 49 years old, born in Port Arthur, Texas. Houston, Texas, USA. You know what I'm saying? He went to Thomas Jefferson High School. He's a Southern rapper, of course. You know what I'm saying? Rap a lot. Universal Motown. Now, I didn't know Motown had another joint besides, but they had Universal Motown. Right.
Universal bought Motown.
Okay. I got you now. I'm gonna
they sold it for $5 billion.
I got it.
Well, they bought Motown for $5 billion from Bertie Gordon.
Bertie Gordon, yeah. That's crazy shit. What'd you think? What'd you give him?
I give him a 5. I give him a 5. Bun B, that's my dude. I like Bun B. Bun B, that's my dude. It's consistent, like this flow. Flow is, like I said, they freestyle anyway on their albums.
Yeah.
But how they do it is they write and then, they write freestyle, write their own shit, and then, whatever. Or they write it down there on top of the head, either or. I know. But the way that they spit on their album is like, it's like no. That's why they call Underground King, because that's what they do. They wasn't mainstream. It was underground. But that's how they buddies 3-6 was back in the day. They was underground for a minute, and then came mainstream. But there's some people how they do it. Jay Nix, is that his name? Jay Nix?
Yeah.
Yeah, the president of Rapper Life for Life. Yeah, he that's one guy you don't want to fuck with. Out in the streets though.
Fuck your whole career.
Yeah, yes, he would. But my main people that was on there was them two. Juvenile jumped over there because
Juvenile, my man.
He had an issue with Cash Money.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Devin the Dude.
My little sister like Devin the Dude.
I fucks with Devin the Dude. He a funny dude. Who else was over there? Rapper Life for Life.
Robert Light was
Scarface,
cranking in town. Yes.
Scarface, and the Ghetto Boys. You know, Robert Life was like that though.
UGK.
And what's they had a group called the Mob. It was Scarface, Devin the Dude, and a couple other people.
Yeah.
I think it's called the Mob. I think. I forgot.
Oh, you talking about Face Mob?
Face Mob. That's what it was.
They used to get that man. All right. I'm gonna go. I'm going with 4 mics. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do 4 mics. It was a good flow. Started off with the beat, jump right in joint like double dutch. You know what I'm saying, dog? Flow through that joint. I fuck with that joint. It sound written, but you freestyle that joint. You flowed. You didn't fuck up. Didn't stumble. I fuck with the joint, man, to be honest with you. So, and the beat. You know what I'm saying? The beat itself, I fuck with. But I give him a 4 because there was no fuck up in that. It was just straight flowing. So it's hard to get somebody below 3 or 4 when they ain't even fucking up. So I give him a fucking 4. Jay give him a 5. You know what I'm saying? Which is, hey, what's the difference? 5 is the highest number we can give him, 1 to 5. So Jay give him 5, I give him 4 mics. That's Bun B in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Also, anybody didn't pay attention to what was happening. That was Bun B. You know what I'm saying? Bun B got the best burgers in town, I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta try that shit.
We got to grab one of those joints, dog. You know what I'm saying, though? But Jay gave him a 5. I gave him a 4.
Reminisce those good old days when rap.
Yeah, now, when rap was rap. You know what I'm saying, now? You don't be knowing about that. When rap was rap.
That's my shit though, man.
Hope the DNT disrespect Durk. I will side. You know what I'm saying, dog? But let me think. Bum B was on who label? I mean, who else was on that label?
It was on Robert Life for Life. It was Devin the Dude.
Devin Dude was on there?
Yeah. Devin the Dude, good Face Mob with Scarface. Yeah. Off the top of my head it was UGK, Devin the Dude, the Ghetto Boys, Face Mob,
Face Mob. I think that was a group. Ice Cube. I mean, not Ice Cube. Scarface and
yeah, Scarface,
who was
Devin
in
the
that
Dude.
joint? Devin the Dude?
Yeah, he was on there.
I don't remember Devin the Dude on there.
James Prince. Jay Prince was the president. Drake was on there.
Drake? Rap a lot? Nah, ain't no motherfucking way. Drake is on Rap a Lot Records, bro.
Floyd Mayweather, Rap a Lot boxing.
No, I remember that.
Shaquille Staples said Rap a Lot boxing.
Yeah.
Andre Ward, Rap a Lot boxing. Bump B, Pip C, Zero. I remember him. Jay Stone, Mike D, Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker.
That's his
that.
son.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's his
I knew I heard of that.
Juvenile, DJ XO, Ghetto Boys, Corday, FBG Duck, King Yella, Young Lyric, Almighty J, Tone Sith, Johnny Coker, YBN, Not Here.
When you think about it, none of those motherfuckers, it was like a bunch of nobodies on that motherfucker.
All right, those from New Wave. They have to rap a lot in life, but they new wave, Baby J Prince. That's
Whose son is that?
J Prince son.
J Prince son.
J Prince Jr. Then you got J Prince, Baby J Prince, Giles Prince, YK Uranus, Honeycomb, Brazy, Trey the Truth.
Okay, yeah.
Scarface, Do or Die. I forgot about Do or Die.
Yeah.
Yuck Mouth. I forgot about him too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I ain't hear that name in a long time.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Yuck Mouth. I remember him.
Hell yeah. That's crazy. I know all of them was on. I remember Yuck Mouth. I remember him on Rap a Lot. That's crazy.
My brother, we don't do slander on our other brothers. Let's get name. We don't do comment. We'll do those. You know, we on the streets too. We know better than that.
Oh yeah, you heard about the motherfucking rapper that said something on Twitter and then got killed and shit? You heard about that shit?
Yeah, that was some fucked up shit though.
That's crazy, yeah. Some of that shit you gotta realize, man. First of all, man, like we doing podcasting, right? And it took me so long to pride myself. Like, don't you know when you're going through withdrawals and shit to stop selling coke, bro? Like it took me so long to get out of that shit, that normal routine of selling drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it took me so long that I'm not gonna fuck around and do a podcast after getting out of all that and get back into some street argument bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
That's just not smart.
I'm not doing it. I ain't wasting all my time getting out of the streets. They just stumble into the streets doing a podcast. Like, fuck no. Fuck you think this is? Took me too long to get out of this fucking street atmosphere, bro.
You gotta remember.
Fuck that.
You gotta remember. I mean, I know the streets is talking, and they always say that, but you gotta always remember the streets is watching too, and they ain't the only thing watching. The feds watching your ass too. So we ain't gonna say nothing stupid or outside to be caught up or be shot at and none of that stupid shit. It's just not. It's
that
just
shit
not.
I'm not.
It's not smart.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm born and raised in DC. That's not what I'm really giving a fuck about. I'm out of the street shit. You know what I'm saying? I haven't so dope. It took me so long to get that out of my system, bro. It's like almost the flip side of being on coke is selling coke. You know what I'm saying? It's like addictive like that. Like in the streets is being addictive. You know what I'm saying? Carrying guns all day, every day. That's addictive. You know what I'm saying? I took so many years getting out of that I'm not turning around stumbling with a podcast and be back in the street shit. You know, like what the fuck is that about? That'd be crazy as shit, bro.
That's like you going down the road knowing you're gonna run out of gas and you just run out of gas.
Like fuck that. Man. Got me fucked up though. But I do appreciate everybody that tuned into the podcast 24/7. You know what I'm saying? We on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You catch us on Instagram for sure. Holla, send us a message on that jump. We'll holler at y'all. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate everybody that interacted with us on our podcast, man. I just joined podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just telling y'all, it took me a while to get the fuck out of the street atmosphere. I'm gonna tell you right now, selling dope, running from police all day, that shit is like one of the stressful most time in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's like and going back and forth to court and shit. It's like the worst shit ever, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't do all that to say I'm gonna get away from the streets and then get on a podcast and get back in the streets. So I'm good on all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I just want, you know what I'm saying, like we doing that.
We just want to
15,500 down plays.
Just want to open the close eyes of people that kind of not seeing the bright picture, bigger picture of life. We're one of the podcasters that can help you do that. You know, sometimes, you know, people, you know, be on a lot of people be on their bullshit. And right now, you know, everybody is waiting for somebody to slip.
Basically.
somebody is either the feds. You can't play both sides of the fence because you see a lot of people that do that. They don't last too much longer. They start playing back both sides of the fence.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I live one life of just waking up where you can't leave out of the house without a gun. You know what I'm saying? It's like a watch or something. I had to have a pistol and shit. That was like part of my life and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm so far away from that. That was stressful too, bro. To be honest with you. That life right there was stressful. But I'm just so far trying to get away from all that bullshit, bro. That's why I'm podcasting, man. You know, I'm just a normal citizen in this world. Be 9 to 5 was doing podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to, that street shit we used to do, you ain't gonna last long. I mean, we live life as, you know, to the fullest. You don't want to get out in the street, do something like this, open up shop, make your own business and go back in the street.
Yeah. That's why I say I just appreciate everybody that tuned into our podcast, because we literally average Joes, you know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga so dope in DC and shit, you know what I'm saying? Got my shit together and start working in warehousing and construction and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I met my man at and shit, you know what I'm saying? So we literally average Joes and shit. I'm a nigga that I'm not ashamed to say I sold dope when I was in the dope game and shit, but I'm not doing it no more now. I'm reflecting on that. And I'm giving you my perspective as a person that sold dope, you know what I'm saying, that concentrate on carrying guns all day. You know what I'm saying? A person that's not doing it now. I just opened up my own business now and shit, got a podcast. I'm just living life right now, you know what I'm saying? And going back into the street shit, that's why this podcast really doesn't comment on murders and rappers getting, all that stuff is just like, we don't have nothing to do with that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We don't touch stuff like that.
Oh, it just
that's
don't have
not
nothing to do with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we so far away from that we just podcast. You know what I'm saying? 9 to 5 was like we in the cafeteria, letting everybody know how we feel about certain trending topics and shit. You know what I'm saying? We out of that shit. Like, you a motherfucker that want to be, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So we really appreciate everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? That got the 15,500 downplays, though, on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all that shit, man. We appreciate that shit a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, dog? You know? So the fact that this podcast is still thriving at that amount of downplays and shit, it's just, I'm happy with that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just lucky to be alive. Like I always tell y'all, when I ate 3 bullets, man, I got shot the fuck up. I literally look at life different, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? I ate 3 bullets, 1 in the groin and the rest in the stomach. You know what I'm saying?
You got 2 kids.
So after that, I was told I wouldn't have kids, and I had. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like life right now has just been generous to me, no matter how poor I've been. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that I'm still alive is just good for me. I have a son. You know what I'm saying? I'm just good right now, man. I ain't one of them niggas running around trying to be beefing with motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get high, do my podcast, and make sure my motherfucking mother, my son just smiling and shit. I'm good, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm good with everything after that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? Other people probably feel different.
Me, I like to be high. I like to be high too.
You know?
I like to do my drinking, you know. I like to go out without no issues. I want to fly on the plane without falling off the sky. I want to get on a boat without sinking. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely what I was thinking.
I want to do shit to have my life to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to keep looking over my shoulder every 5 minutes. I can't fuck feds or some other motherfuckers pop me. But on that note, this is some go-go shit. Go-go shit for y'all. And live your life to the fullest. And try not to die.
Definitely live your life. Live your life.
Let's go.
Out.
Let's set them free.
Hey, Shouts out to Brittany Brown. See you soon. You know what I'm saying? Now. Everybody tune in. Check out the next video. It's always a video. You know what I'm saying? Now, check it out. Find your boy, subscribe. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, we just trying to organically get anybody to subscribe, follow us, just offer. You fuck with us. You know what I'm saying, dog? Subscribe if you fuck with us. If you don't, watch us. We appreciate it a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, dog? Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook group, all that. Especially Facebook group. We interact with you on Facebook. You know what I'm saying, dog? All at your boy. Sundays and Wednesdays, live.
Say what? They took it in. They smoke world.